ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸೋಲ್ ಟ್ರಾಯಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಕಿರಣ್. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತಹ ಸೋಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಚಿತ್ರಗುಪ್ತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೆಕ್ಕಾಚಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಮಾತಿದೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಲಾಯರ್ಸ್ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ನಾನು CAಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೀವೇನೇನೋ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್. 10,000 ದುಡಿತಿರೋ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ದುಡಿತಿರೋ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ನೋಡಲೇಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್. ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ CA ನಿತ್ಯ ಅವರು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಅವರೇ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ.
ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಿತ್ಯ ಅವರು ಕನ್ನಡದವರಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ CA ಕರಿಯರ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ?
2-3 reasons, sir. ಒಂದು ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ CA is the best option. ಹೈ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ವೆರಿ ಅಫೋರ್ಡಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, upper middle class, lower middle class, even I would say poor families also. Fees are tumba affordable. Like anybody can enroll in this course. And it is like achieving post fees and enrollment fees and admission fees and coaching fees are there. They are not tumba affordable there. So it is accessible. It's not like, for example, say MBA. MBA tumba expensive. We are not afford high cost education. In the higher than ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ afford ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ high return. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ತುಂಬ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಸೇ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಫೋರ್ಡಬಲ್ ಟು ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಫ್ ಇದೆ, ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನ್ಡ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೆನ್ ಔಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ವಿಲ್ ವೆರಿ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 30% per state. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಟಮಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಲಿ 30% ಅಂದರೆ 100 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ 30 ಮಾತ್ರ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, 70 fail. So that's a very tough ratio. So you have to be very determined to do this course. But like I said, it is worth it. Also, in the 5 years course,
okay,
minimum 4 to 5 years. But the first time minimum 4 years are there. So you need to be very determined, like focused. Idre you ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it's an excellent profession.
Okay. We must have been easy. I mean, need a step 10 to 1 pass it. CA.
Luckily for me, I love first attempt. So I was very lucky. I had the support also.
Okay.
And I was very focused because ನಾನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೀರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮುಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ನಾನು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ನೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸಿಂದ CA ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ನಾನು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ CA ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಡ್ reasonably early, and I was very lucky. I would say that I got good teachers, I got a good support system. So it was a reasonably easy learning home.
Okay. Imagine ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಯಾಲಿ CAಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಚಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ.
2 misconceptions ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು, people are very scared.
Okay.
ಭಯ, ಒಂಥರ CA ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. So don't be scared. You're just as human as you are. Please approach us. And second is another extreme version. CA prefer goldmal. No, we are not goldmal. Black and white actor. We will never ever help you with that. We will help you in following the rules which the government says.
Okay. ನಂಗೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಜೋಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಮಾನಿಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಜನ CAಗಳನ್ನ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಒಬ್ಬ CA ಇದ್ದ. ಅವ್ರು ಎನ್ಸಿದ he got ಒಂಥರ irritated put a post saying that in your CA is not money conversion.
Exactly.
So phenomenal.
That's a very wrong perception that we will see and black money white money. No, we follow rules. We help you follow rules. We are not your answer to converting black to white.
Very tense. Right. What is the biggest financial mistakes you see people do nowadays?
Definitely. I'll tell you an interesting statistic. In the last 50 years, if you were to see the savings patterns of families, like how we used to save earlier, it has hit an all-time low, 50-year all-time low, at 5%, which means savings in the families is coming down very drastically. If you notice, ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಪಡೆಗೆ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಅದರ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್
ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬಸ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ
ಸ್ವೈಪ್
ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ EMI ತಗೋ, ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೋ ಅಂತ.
Exactly. So that's the biggest threat in today's saving patterns, which I'm noticing. No, please stay. We are all swiping our cards and funding our lifestyle.
Okay.
We are not thinking long term. We are not prepared for an emergency, I was sad to say. Most of us, buying speed story, buying Instagram story. I earn 50 lakhs in Bangalore, but I don't have money. So why is that? That's actually not a problem of the city. That's something which is signifying that you are not planning your money well.
Okay.
So at 50 lakhs you can save. But if you want to eat out every day, you want to go to the best restaurants, you are splurging on movie tickets, you are splurging on a car which you cannot afford. You can have a car, I'm not saying don't have a car. Chikkadu, possible, not possible. Are giving it? One status ego satisfied high model, obviously it will reflect in your EMI. Branded flat, I'm not willing to. If you can afford it, please go for it. But have a balance whether you can afford it or you're doing it at the peer pressure. That's one of the most dangerous trends I'm seeing in today's generation. The younger generation who are coming on towards, jobs. They are splurging a lot on the EMI. There's no long-term financial planning.
Okay. Madam, can you advise to most of us what percentage of our salary should go for saving?
I couldn't do that because it's a case-to-case basis. If I tell flat, then take 50% and spend. There are extreme situations in both. Can you imagine 50% saving, for example, extreme scenario. Now, 50% of your salary, if save my money, go to investment your income and expenditure may not be the same. So to give out a flat rate percentage is not a very feasible solution. We've analyzed money with your family. Say, do it as a collective activity. Don't do it as solo activity. Family together and set my total income. Suppose you're a dual income family. Yes, income is expenditure. Is the expenditure essential or is it something which you are pushing for a luxury? I listen very, very essential. Choose that and always keep an emergency fund and plan for your future. Ibatan story and now the story financially may not be the same. Maybe we are heading for good times, but we also may be heading for bad times. So save something for a rainy day.
Very nice. Why still people struggle,
Yes.
managing the finance? Why do you think? So what is the reason?
Yeah, so I will go back again to the peer pressure and the EMI culture. You're getting 50 lakhs, you're swiping it for a high-end car. Nobody wants a replica car, nobody wants to go and buy. Everybody wants the latest cording. Phone, my car, phone.
Yeah, my friend has Apple 17, I will also go for it.
Exactly.
Whether you need it or you don't need it.
Yes, you're splurging on luxury handbags. Your handbag is 1 lakh, 2 lakh. And then you say my 50 lakh salary is not enough. And then there's soon as I want to reach my outfit. See, celebrities are different. Now when a working class, salary car versus us, we should have some kind of common sense as to we cannot blindly follow somebody. A celebrity who's getting paid to endorse and you who's paying from your salary, it's a very big challenge. So I think peer pressure and the coolness quotient is one of the biggest drawbacks which I'm seeing, where despite having a 50 lakh salary, 50 lakhs income again model.
So what are the 3 habits that destroy your wealth?
So first is peer pressure, because your friend has an iPhone 17, you want an iPhone 17. Second, no budgeting. Most people don't have a clue where their money is going. Salary has got to have no idea. Please sit down and make a budget, see where your money is coming, where your money is going. So have a budget. And third is long-term planning. Please have some kind of a long-term plan. Have some plan. Know where you want to take your risks and where you don't want to take your risks. And if you have a plan, I think that's half the work done. You are good to go for have long-term practice.
Okay. So something like 31st night salary, 30% lead salary comes first night, everything is over.
So that means that's a major budget issue and a major outlook on how your financial goals are.
Okay. So salary versus business, which is better potentially in Siddharth?
Yeah. Again, it's a very tricky question. But a face-to-face. It depends on your personality, I would say. You could be a salaried employee, you will become the CEO and you will be earning crores and your shares if you are investing in a startup. If you started a startup at the start, became an overnight success, that's a great way to move. But if you are a business person, again, growth is unlimited. So it depends on person. What I would say, just follow what you want to do. If you are somebody who likes a salary, regular income, a salary income, so you should follow really got their votes, do not get swayed by what people are going around is.
Madam, in so there are common mistakes added in personally or taxation that in the
ಇದು again ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. So don't lightly follow them. Okay. 2-3 years back, I'll tell you what happened. ಈ political donations ಎಲ್ಲರೂ pay ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಬಂದು there is this office grapevine. Here you can claim ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. So lot of people claim political donations. ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಇವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ let's say if you want to do HRA ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು HRA ನೀವು ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಆಫಲ್ ಪಿಕಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ಗೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ if you see the new income tax rules, just recently our rules ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. If you ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫುಲ್ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ more details ಕೆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ಮ್ DB ಇತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ HRA ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ 124 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನೀವು ರೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್, ಇಸ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ how many months rent have you paid, ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎನ್ಶೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಈ ಥರ ಏನು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಡೀಬಾರ್ದು.
So you now going forward you cannot get your rent receipt signed by your sister. You're much running free that.
But we're giving that to reverse working ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ 1 lakh rupees. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ನಂಬರಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಂಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು.
Okay, so how can ordinary people legally save money?
Save money is
save maximum tax. I'm sorry.
Save maximum tax. See, there are two methods. Two method alla. There are income tax ಅಲ್ಲಿ old scheme and new scheme ಅಂತ ಇದೆ.
Old regime.
Yeah, old regime and old regime. So ಇವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ATC, ATT ಅಂದ್ರೆ medical insurance expenses. ATC ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್, ಲೈಫ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಂ, ಕ್ರೌಡ್, BF ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ATP ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಲೋನ್, ಆ ಥರ ನೀವು ತುಂಬ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಓಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ you ration to work out better for you because that gives you a higher stamp deduction and higher tax slabs. But it's a case to case basis. There's no one more fits all kind of thing. You have to send with your own income and you check market whether the old regime is better or new regime. Now, for intermediate salary employees, taxes giving you a old benefit. You can switch. Now, last year new regime, this year you can switch back to old regime. So that switching back and forth is only allowed with individual salaried employees. Please understand, individuals who have business income or professional income cannot switch. Once you switch to new regime, then you have to stick to the new regime. Only salaried employees. Please switch more. And second, now we have all AI models, but please be careful using them. But information is at your fingertips compared to previous 5-10 years. So need a question paper for the AI. Which regime would be better if I have only so much? Because don't ask AI to compute the entire thing. It is still learning. The model is still learning. But again, I say it is at your fingertips. Knowledge is at your fingertips. So definitely you can use the help of AI. But just be a little careful because AI new models are to expertise. But you need to be homework with your own savings patterns and your income. We've checked money whether old regime works out better for you or new regime. And in case you're not getting an answer, please approach the child about it.
Very good. So, now on the honest question, ITR 5 marketing after another.
ITR 5 marketing language, suppose you have tax payable notice like that.
Okay.
Definitely, income tax is very on top of your game, especially nowadays. Since we are discussing this, let's go a step deeper. The PAN is linked with all bank accounts, Aadhaar is linked with all bank accounts. So basically, online payments, bank account, what is the going? Income tax one digital ಜಾತಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ಅದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮೇ ಬಿ ನೀವು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ITR, there's what already says we fill ಮಾಡುವಾಗ already pre-populated ಆಗುತ್ತೆ numbers. if you are doing your ITR, CA ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್, ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೀ-ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪೇ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್. I would suggest that please be aware of what you're doing and file your returns on time.
Okay, so basically ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಬೈಫೆಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ who are not working ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಇವ್ರು ಓನರ್ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ದುಡ್ಡು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ITR ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು
ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂತ ಮೇ
ಓಕೆ.
your income basically is going to the wife. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. So you will have to file, you will also have tax deducting at source responsibility also, if you will does it certain transactions. So they are income tax ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, especially with the digitized payments coming in, UPI coming in, your bank accounts and ITRs will be getting linked digitally. Income tax is aware. I would suggest don't try this. If it is a problem, you will again have to run multiple times.
ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಗಿಲ್ಲ.
Yes, ಅದು ಡಬಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎವ್ರಿ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇವ್ 100 rupees, you will get 100 rupees penalty plus interest of another 50 rupees. So 50 rupees you have to pay, and this interest gets compounded with passing time.
Okay. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. Can government track our income today? I'm asking about the digital world.
Salary income ಅಂದರೆ they can ಮಾಡ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, TES ಎಲ್ಲ. Business income is great area, but again GST is there and a lot of other rules are there. Track ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. If you're asking me, black money is possible, it is possible, but it's a big risk.
Okay, so is it possible to legally pay your tax if it's harmed?
No, zero tax if you fall under the exemption limit and you have a very strict tax, then definitely yes, zero tax ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ if you fall under the upper class, like more than 10 lakhs or more than 20 lakhs or whatever salary, tax ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ತುಂಬ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾಲ್ಕು ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ
ಸೊ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು
ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಜೀರೋ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒನ್ ಬಾರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೇಶದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಹೀಗೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಸ್ಕಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಜಾನ್ ಟು ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲೆಂಡರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 31st March ಇಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫಿಸ್ಕಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ 1st Summers. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇದೆ.
ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಸಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಲಾಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ at the time of independence. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಲಾ. ಸೊ 1960 ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು? ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. British income tax has this financial year from April 6th onwards. So they are April 6 to April 5. April 6 from this year to April 5 next year is one financial year for tax purposes. So now ಅದೇ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ನಾವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ we decided that it will be April 1st ಅಂತ.
Okay.
One reason is security. ನಾವು ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಜಾನ್ ಆದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅವರು April 1st ಆದ್ವಿ.
ನಾನು ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ಓದಿದ್ದೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಟ್ರೂಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಓದಿದ್ದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ 50 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ typically if you see most of our laws and statutes ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಈಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ಈ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು, ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಲೇಬರ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂಥರ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಏನೇನು ಕಟ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಲೇಮನ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್?
ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಮುಂಚೆ 27 to 23 ಲಾಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಲಾಸ್. Labor Act, and the ESI Act, the BS Act, the Gratuity Act, a lot of 20 approximately labor-related laws. Adella simplify ಮಾಡಿ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿವೆ. So it's a simplification process from government. our intention ಏನಂದ್ರೆ is of owing business. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ each law ಅಲ್ಲಿ wage definition different ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Each law ಗೆ ನೀವು for example if you're a business owner company ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ each law ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. So one thing like ESI ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು PF ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ separate registration licenses ಎಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೇಜ್, ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್, ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಡೆಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ 4 ಲೇಬರ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 1 ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ ರೂಮರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಸ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ contribution to BSI, that's like all, which is basically based on your basic pay. There are wages technician gains, basic pay, made computer practical. So your company contribution is very small.
Okay.
So now the government realized that. So I've changed for the rules and all. If your allowance is 50% of the basic pay, such allowances, of course, there are certain definitions. When we included part of basic, so the basic becomes big. Now, when the wage definition has become big, the basic pay should than big. Your contribution, company's contribution will become big. So what happens is positive, your company is contributing also more. Negative, your take-home salary is going to be next.
Okay. But I know we have put this hard every kind of things. They know that much in considering the Taiwan New Yorks, the freshers, campus placement, that 4 lakhs, nothing, 7G lakhs, nothing, that they take up 15% back that. If you divide by that, yeah, okay. So every time your salary on paper is shown different and what you get different. Why is it that?
See, most of this time, I tell you what happened the campus placement and that. Because these tiny bonus and that higher that. And that's also a strategy which is adopted by companies to ensure you need take time.
Okay.
So if you read the fine print of your offer letter, if you sign, the minute you sign on and join the company, I will give you 1 lakh bonus.
Sign on form.
Sign on bonus siಗುತ್ತೆ. So immediately when ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Other if you can quit before 1 year,
you have to
pay it back. So that's a retention policy which the companies, we are just trying to encourage you to stay at least for 1 year. So that is why upfront 2 lakhs birthday. Other final details, monthly take for the next.
Before you sign for it, you read the breakup.
Yes, please read the fine print.
Okay. And what triggers the notice of income tax? And also something receive this income tax, how should they act? Panic at the hiking and required someone received the income tax because they committed suicide.
Receive reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I tell you what triggers income tax notice. Simple example ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. For example, again for the purpose of example, let's say a single income family. One person is earning, let's say 10 lakhs. With credit card are paying 3 lakhs. Foreign with 5 lakhs. Okay, and then you have, let's say,
some assets.
Insurance premium, that's not saying insurance premium, another 3 lakhs. Okay, so you declare your salary income 10 lakhs. You have spent on foreign with 5 lakhs, insurance premium 3 lakhs, credit cards another 3 lakhs. So,
obviously, down whether it is there, it is.
So it's excessive payments like that, which is not supporting your income. So definitely notice Buddhism.
Okay.
Guarantee. So there is something, logically speaking, there's some problem. 10 lakh person, like, you can't spend on a car, so everything. But if you can justify very good, if it has been shown and taxable income, no problem. You asked for the reaction. Gaki like another extreme reaction. Maybe like again, income tax officer when you were being sitting on the other side, he's just following the rules. But income tax notice, the recent thing, it's actually repeating. How should I respond to this notice? Please don't do that. That's a very dangerous game. You please see the approach of having accounted for notices. For your tax planning and all, I would say I highly need you who can send ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, whatever. Again, with links that it's a learning model, it's still learning.
Fun. I want to ask this question. I think you know this technique. Mr. Roy sees it, and that's because of the income tax rate. So, common really the income tax rate. Income tax rate for example, the tax officer. So, I'll be sitting opposite to you. So, now rate time
Sir, most of these movies are like those that almost say, of course, that it's a really dramatized version, like Spectre Chapis and all that.
And also money in the gold is
Exactly, gold. I will tell you about that. Gold is actually bringing up the gold part. So, first of all, tax fine not correct. You are a very duty-bound, conscious, law-abiding citizen. Wish to regularly tax, no black money, nothing. You are a very honest person who's paying your taxes with high responsibility. It's fine. But suppose, let's say you have an income tax rate. Show the period and I'll go and check money there. Now, consumer gold. Gold is an asset. Just like now, you have a property purchase now, then documents now, but that's safe and it back. Same way, every time you purchase gold, I go, yes, please have your bills in here. Keep it intact. Yes, to purchase money, no problem. At the bills in place, if your bills are in place, there is no problem at all. Now, suppose you want hybrids. Let's say Tata, G, gold. So, in that case, there is a vote. CBDT circular for a matter going up to 500 grams of gold without bill. Acceptable.
Okay.
For an unmarried woman, 250 grams of gold without bills, acceptable. For a male, 100 grams of gold. Even male, with 100 grams of gold allowed. No bill is required. That doesn't mean that questions cannot want up to this,
Okay.
In excess of this, suppose you have 1 kg of gold, no bills, nothing. But if you have bills, great. Without bills, I told you the limits, it both, no problem.
I mean, rate what the date later in the for example, gold, I just 100 grams. What will you do the fine?
Without bills.
Without bills. What will you do with the fine? And
that will go there, then case and judgment other fine not go I was safety pay the
so too much is the added one if the law
later. But then now check party, penalty, that would pay.
So, madam, need other and the professional experience. Have you seen any really shocking case income tax abuse?
Last year, I had series of cases. Example, because I referred to it earlier also. 80 donation, political participants. That was the entire office. I think got to get tax political party donation ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಫೇಕ್ ಅಂತ that is one case. Another case again I told about HR. So there was this tax practitioner, not tax practitioner, the local side offices like your tax advice for ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ HR ಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಳಗೆ that was not an office related, that was a tax preparer fault. This was the and it was a big deal that we had to not to notice this en masse. But all the notice en masse tax preparation
so see also it be affected that time.
Yeah, depending if you are
no, see, illegal. It's like yes. Now, money the beginners where should they start investing? So as a beginner. Like, do you think FD versus mutual fund, mutual fund versus?
Take a risk appetite, sir, and what is your personal financial goal? For example, you want high returns with DML and what's mutual funds? Mutual funds is sometimes to reach up you want, even you want additionally go for gold and land. Maybe say generations, 3-4 generations, another land gold and land. Easy and liquid cash back FD, reasonably for the three. Again, if your risk appetite was go, risk appetite high, then mutual funds won't go. Again, it varies from person to person, depending on how much you are willing to take this.
Okay, Mike. So one financial advice for the fresh.
Have a budget. So what your income and expenditure is. long-term plan Nadi. Yeah, today is a nice day. You've been expending a lot, but please plan for next 10 years at least.
Okay.
Plan with you.
Married couples.
Married couple, same advice. Plan with me and send out. Must be a collective effort, budgeting and income expenditure matching. Involve your family also and make it a collective effort so that everybody is committed to your plan.
Business bonus.
Business owners, this is an excellent time. You can grow a lot if you are, if you have the right financial systems in place, if you control them in place. I would definitely say it's going to be a boom year to this week.
Okay. What is the one mistake you feel the family is making financial planning?
Financial planning, first of all, everybody is not aware of your family plan. Like the father has decided something, mother is not aware, father has decided something, and father is not aware. So that is where the whole plan was haywire. So that's why I would recommend that everybody sits together to do the
Shows. I'm going to rapid fire question. Cash or EPF?
PPA.
About savings or investment?
Invest.
Credit card, food or bag?
Bad.
Okay. EMI lifestyle. This is smart cards back.
What's a cup?
One word for income tax department.
Very covered.
Okay. Below.
Getting covered.
Okay. What are your 3 golden financial rules?
Only financial rules is one. Again, I would say budget. Listen down with your budgets. Save, and when you are saving, do not save only one place. Diversified savings. It could be gold, next it could be mutual funds, that it could be FD also. So diversification helps that don't put all your eggs in one basket. So please don't put all your eggs in one basket. Please diversify your investments. And last one is please don't fall for peer pressure that 1 lakh phone is not essential.
Okay, fine. My ego on this 2 years, but then I'm going to copes. Why do you speak to parents tax always? Is it too?
I don't think so. I think it's not. See, you feel like they are not paying taxes. They are paying.
Much and the CSI matter the tax for them.
Again, sir, yellow paper tax. Maybe more smart planning one bodo. They may be having smarter ways. And the one thing you see, I tumba attendance in a gain one big one that. Now, this most of us in especially my class and how. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ allowing the course the information to the giving the tips.
Okay, if I want to ask this question, I know common man going to now cut tax in the end thought.
We've got tax in the works ಕಟ್ತಾರೆ project. If you see the budget session, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು just for knowledge purposes, one will be the income, the sources of income for the government. See, government also like the family. Some family have in mind. Ishtom income, ishtom expenditure. Same thing as your budget. The university, so we can start the same way. What one can't is the expenditure. So they say that one is to Mahana Burute, we can't be proposed to spend so much taking up school or institutes, science or IITs. We are planning to spend so much on children's education. We are spending so much on roads and infrastructure. So that is, see, it's a very large thing, but it's a process is very simple. Nipate namale budgeting is parte. Same house.
When tomorrow night na tax katti, road tax katti, car ko bekare stick to your road. Then that is there, but everything cannot be fixed. How would a reason agati va road hard again? How would us? We are not to civic some backdrop.
But there is corruption. I tell you that there is corruption because we cannot deny that. You can like that. I think we have big tax okay. Government official at the KV. I cannot commit to that. But you asked what is the ideal scenario where what happened in your tax ideally in a tax to go for all this. ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಕಮೆಂಟ್.
Okay, how can we should take the books be?
Financially, we know what it's live okay. Your point of presence should be one with it.
Okay.
Having if you read about it, you don't want to sit with lifestyle DFs. Being a multi-millionaire, bigger there of our generation, he still lives in his old house where he only started his career, very small, simple car. So if you can be as simple as it, you would be as rich as.
Very nice. So are you working for Maria Mishki Madiko?
That depends on what you are, how you are making money work for you. If you are smart, money will work for you. If you had work plans and if you're just living for the moment, why work keep on money?
So, okay. One last question. I think in Google as a CF. Is it the financial area tax fine whatever returns are looking more attract on Tumba tag income tax department finally woke up and they're stringently looking on everything because we still need a financial we were fine movies and the so
This time I don't know what happened. Too much slow to actually refund but tumba time it happened. There was a delay. So I don't know. But this time yes, I agree with you. Refunds came very late.
okay. So Nithya, around the secret of the success mantra for the financial planning, what you are using it, you can tell it for our audience.
What am I using as my financial plan is I'm committing a certain percentage of my account to savings. Keep an emergency fund. Please keep an emergency fund. 2020 COVID and after COVID, the toughest lesson we have endured it, not just learned it. We've endured that lesson. Keep an emergency fund. We cannot predict for the future. Save for long term. I'm going to like that. But live your life once. I'm not saying very fully live your life, but don't be an extreme in either case.
Okay. So I think I'm just going to talk here in insurance advice that it's like you know more when you actually take this for and like too. So thank you so much Nithya ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ eye opener ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೆದರುಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ can you give us in
Thank you so much for having me.
it's a pleasure. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದ್ವೈತ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಟ್ ಸೊ ನೀವು ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೋಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಶೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೋಲ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತನಕ ನನ್ನ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕಲ್ಲ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್